Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to another session tonight. Good evening, and welcome everybody to another session tonight, to another edition of the pre-conference conversations for the 10X Business Conference Africa. I am super excited to be here because our speaker for tonight, oh, we are about to receive financial sense, like I made us know yesterday. We are about to receive financial sense for the year 2025 and beyond. So call on your neighbors, call on your friends, call on everybody, and let them come on. Okay, thank you. Apostolic Stories connecting from Abia State. Please call on everyone you know that needs financial sense for the year 2025 and beyond because it is about to rain. It is about to rain, and everybody and anybody who is eager and willing and ready would catch it. Would catch it. So please call on everybody. Call on everybody. Call on everybody. We are about to receive financial sense today. Mr. Ogochukwu Okolocha is an amazing young man that has intentionally chosen to make us receive financial sense. I follow him a lot on Facebook, and I can tell you for free that I have learned so much in just a space of time. And I know that you also learn so much more tonight. So please get your jotter, get your pen, get everything there is to get, and be ready to learn tonight. Are we ready? Are we ready? Our speaker is already waiting and ready to share so much with us. So I would want us to tell us in the comments our names and where we are connecting from, in readiness to listen, in readiness to learn tonight, in readiness to receive financial sense. Investment secrets, financial sense for the year 2025 and beyond. None other than Mr. Ogochukwu Okolocha. Amazing, amazing, wonderful. Thank you, Apostolic Stories. I know you are ready and eager. I can feel the energy from here too. Thank you so much, sir. I am waiting on us. I am waiting on us. Yesterday night, we learned how to, um, the secrets to sustaining our Facebook ads and lead generation. We learned things like that. We should take our paid adverts seriously. We should take our showing up for our lead generation seriously. We should try to make more stories on our social media platforms. We learned a whole lot of things, and I know that we are also going to learn so much more tonight. This pre-conference conversations has been filled with so many beautiful lessons that if you do not take it for granted, you can, and you begin to 10x your life, 10x your business, 10x your growth from now before the conference comes. So please do the needful and call your friends. And even if you're here, try to be actively listening so that you can learn as much as you can tonight. So while we wait on others to join us, I would like to briefly read our speaker's bio. It is heavy, it is plenty. Sir Ogochukwu Okolocha, fondly known as Money Lessons, is a personal finance evangelist on a mission to help individuals break free from generational poverty, attain financial stability, and build enduring wealth. As the visionary founder of the Money Lessons community, a thriving group of career professionals, business owners, and freelancers, Ogochukwu has created a platform for financial education and networking. This vibrant community of over 900 members organically share resources, insights, and strategies aimed at fostering financial literacy and creating generational wealth. Ogochukwu believes that the road to wealth begins with knowledge, of course. His work inspires individuals to take charge of their financial destinies, leveraging education, discipline, and informed decisions to build wealth that spans generations. I know that with this bio, I know, I believe it in my heart that with this bio, I have not confused you, but convinced you that you're about to receive financial sense tonight. Not just for the season, not just for the year 2025, but for your life forever. So please, without wasting so much more of our time, I would like to call on Sir Ogochukwu Okolocha to speak to us tonight and rain financial sense on us. You are live, sir. Okay, I think he's having a little bit of maybe network issue or so, but we are waiting, we are ready, and we would learn. So please tell us in the comments what you're eagerly ready to listen and hear tonight, what you're expecting from tonight's session. Okay, I can see you, Samuel Daniel, connecting from the beautiful city of Abuja. That's beautiful. Okay, we are here. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, so can you let me see if I can switch to another network.
Network has been really terrible for some time now, and it's so bad, unfortunately. Investment strategies, wow, amazing. And Apostolic Stories wants to learn the
Okay,
very basics
so
of
can you see me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you, sir.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much for having me from Miss Hour and the
Thank you, sir.
entire 10X team. So excited to be here. So internet is a bit bad. I don't know. I think it's nationwide. Maybe it's not just me. So I'm not sure if it's so at any point where you are not able to see me or hear me, let me know. I'm using MTN network, which happens to be the most reliable right now. My fast internet provider is usually very epileptic during the weekend. So okay, we'll just go right into the subject matter. Um, I'm going to share my slides, so let me know when you could see it. I'm going to be using slides to teach. I usually love to teach and not to speak. So um, this might be different from what other speakers have done during the pre-conference session. I think this is the fourth series or the fourth episode. So bear with me if my style is different from what you are used to. Okay, so I hope we all can see my. So I'm sharing my slide now. I don't know if it's showing. Promise Hour, can you confirm from your end that I'm allowed to share my slide? Because I'm not able to see it on my other device. Promise, please confirm that you can see my slide. Ah, my slide is not showing. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for my slide to come up, we'll just go ahead. Let me see if I can just start and stop again. Let me try it again. What's happening? Is this network or StreamYard? I've shared it. I've shared the slide, but it's not showing. So I don't know if it's from your end. You and the show, everyone can see you. Oh, it's here finally. It's gone again. Why is it not showing? Wow. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Apologies for the little technical itches. Sometimes these things happen when you are trying to do events like this from third world country like this. It happens. So, we're going to go right into the subject matter for this evening. My name is Ogochukwu Kolocha. I've already been introduced, but just in case you missed it, um, I'm known as Money Lessons as well, Ogochukwu for short. I've been actively, investing for the last 5 years and teaching people how to invest as well over the last 3 years. So I'm not a rookie at this. This is not something that I've gone to read somewhere or I just Googled to come and share with you guys. What I'm sharing with you is things that I've actually practiced. I've learned from my own experience. I've made mistakes. I've learned from them. I've learned from other people as well. I've put these things into practice, and here we are. Okay, so this is my investment journey. It's very important I take you guys on this journey because it's going to give you an idea of what I've been through, what I've seen. Because sometimes when I share some things on Facebook about investing, some people, they push back on it like, why am I saying this? Why am I saying that? All right. So this is a function of my experience over the years. So I started off with investing in a Ponzi scheme in 2012. This was about my 200 level, and it was an opportunity for me to invest 10,000 naira to get 15,000 naira in 15 days. I got my 15,000 naira, but I decided to try again by investing, I think about 20,000, but I didn't get it back. So that's how I lost that money. It's the equivalent that is $120 that you're seeing there. Then later on, I I moved on to what is called long reach. So long reach is popular forever living kind of networking business where you buy some products and they sign you up and you're expected to get two people that will become downlines, and then they also are supposed to buy products, and if they're able to get their own two downlines each, then you will not grow in hierarchy in the business. As you get more people to join your tree, you go up in the pyramid scheme and you make money. So similar thing also happened to um what's happening. Okay, so similar thing happened as well with Cool Naira. Although Cool Naira at this time a did not have what's it called? Did not have products, right? Kodara did not have products, so you just had to invest certain amount of money and you get paid over a period of time. I went on with 2016. I did iCharity, Zafon, Paid Rocket. Those of us that are millennials on this call, you likely know of Zafon, you likely know of iCharity. I lost money also in those opportunities. 2017, when MMM, was very popular, then I also did Bitco Gate, MMM Express, Bitcoin, different Bitcoin heaps where I invested money. I made some money in some, and I lost in some as well. And then I ventured into crypto trade in 2017. I think my friend just called me at one point I was doing my MSc to introduce this opportunity to me, and I just decided to try it using Cryptopia. So that's how I got into crypto trading long time ago, like 2017. After 2017, I found Agro Partnership, Farm Cloudy, all those opportunities to invest and get money back in a space of 6 months. We tried it, I made some money out of it, but it later crashed. A lot of people lost money. I found US stocks in 2020, and since 2020 is when my whole investing game changed. In fact, I think it changed around 2019 when I first invested in treasury bills. From 2019 up to today, I've not lost any money in investing. And when I say this, it sounds like fairy tale. Yes, I know that in crypto markets, people tend to lose money, but the kind of strategy I play when it comes to investing in crypto markets is one that makes sure I don't lose money. So from 2020 up to now, I've not just been investing and growing my wealth in multiple investments, instruments, and opportunities. I've also been helping people to achieve same. So, and that's what I'm going to share with you in the next 30 to 40 minutes. So get your book, get your Bible. Again, we're learning a whole lot of things that will help to change your financial game. These things are practical. So I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to give you insights that you have likely not heard and you may likely not hear it anywhere else this year. Yes, I'm telling you for a fact. So get your book, get your Bible. You're about to go on a journey that will transform your financial game for good. So, what is investing, right? Well, you have to talk about investing, say investment secrets. But before I even talk about the secrets to investing, where to invest your money and all of that, it's good you understand what investing is and what investing is not, because a lot of people have lost money in investing, and this is why they are apprehensive when people talk about investing. It is because they put money in schemes that are not legitimate investment opportunities. So like the MMM, the Omega Pro, the MB Forex, Chinlax, and all of those things that people tend to see as investments, they are not investments or Forex. So somebody say, okay, invest with me, and then I would give you a certain amount of money every month by trading in the Forex market. That is not an investment opportunity. All those kind of opportunities are not reliable. Yes, some persons have made money through those opportunities, but the likelihood of you losing your money in those opportunities that are not legitimate or that are not very organized or regulated is very high. So that you saw a few persons, make money and they go about telling you of how they made money does not mean that if you get involved in those opportunities, you also make money. In fact, most often than not, only about 5 to 10% of people that play in all those schemes I just mentioned make money. And they are the ones that make the loudest noise. Recently, I've been hearing about a investment scheme called CBEX. A lot of people have been asking me, "Oh, Gochuku, should I invest in CBEX?" I said, even from the name, I can tell that this is a Ponzi scheme like MBA Forex and Omega Pro. They are not going to last. And the thing about Ponzi schemes is that they pay people say it's paying, and that means it's working. No, that it is paying today does not mean they will continue paying tomorrow. The idea, because in fact, something I didn't tell you whilst I show you that map of my journey. In 2016, 2017, I and my friend, we created a website like Bitco Gates, like a pyramid scheme as well, but we did not launch it. It was during that period where MMM, Ultimate Cycler, all of those Ponzi schemes were at the all-time high in Nigeria, 2016, 2017, but we didn't launch it. So I have the mindset of people that create Ponzi schemes. So from afar, I can tell because I've tried to create one before. I've had WhatsApp groups where we were monitoring high yield investments websites where we would invest, say, $100 and get 200% in 3 hours. Yes, I've done all of those stuff like 10 years ago. So from afar, I can tell you what is a legitimate investment opportunity and what is not. So I've gone through the pains of making mistakes, and this is why I'm teaching it so that you also does not make the same mistake. So what is investing? Investing is the process of buying assets that increase in value over time and provide returns in the form of income payments or capital gains. So it's either that investment opportunity is going to increase your capital over time. So that means you buy the product today or buy the assets today, and in 3 months' time you sell it, or in 6 months' time you sell it and make some profits. That kind of asset or product can be, stocks. It can be maybe treasury bills. It can be a property, right? You buy a house and then you start to sell it 6 months' time. So the only time you make profits is when you sell. Now, there's another type of investment where you do not need to sell the assets. Those kind of investment opportunities are called cash flow, opportunities, and they are usually either in real estate or in the stock market. So in stock market, either you buy a stock that pays dividend. So without you selling your stock, you can earn income from dividend-paying stock. Now, you also have real estate. So real estate, either you buy a house, maybe a block of flats, 6 flats, decide to give it out to tenants. They pay you either yearly or decide to do Airbnb, where they can pay you, based on the number of days they stay in the house. So you see that kind of investing is what you can hold on to. Something that is very clear as to what they're using the money to do. Most often than not, these Ponzi schemes that come and tell you they will give you 30% in 1 month or 30% in 3 months, it's not clear what they use the money to do. And what I always tell people, especially beginners, if you're just starting out in investing, make sure that what you are investing in, you do understand what they are doing with the money. Make sure it is clear. Make sure you know what they are doing with the money, because money cannot be multiplied by imagination. Money cannot be multiplied in the thin air. How money is made via investing is that somebody is creating value behind the scene. So if value is not created, at some point in time, it's going to crash and people are going to lose money. So investing is either you're purchasing securities like stocks, like treasury bills, or you're investing in real estate. You're buying land, you're buying property, or gold, items that have value and have the potential to increase in value over time. Not that you just go and give somebody, say, hey, the person is involved in trading. Trading what? That is not investing, right? So it's good you understand that. Now, why should you invest? Because, some people have this mindset of that, you only live once. You go invest now. Next of kin go squander all the money where you don't keep, no, come on. See, there are many reasons why you should invest. Number one is that savers are losers. Some of us are good with saving money, but we are very bad with investing. See, no matter how much you save, you can never become wealthy via saving. Warren Buffett today, that we know, that is called the Oracle of Omaha, one of the richest billionaires in the world, he made his money in the stock market. He started very early. He started at age, I think about age 12 or so, by investing in the stock market. If he didn't invest in the stock market, you likely wouldn't have known him. You wouldn't have become a billionaire today. So savers are losers, right? Number two is that achieve your financial goals. If there's any plan you have for money, instead of just keeping the money in the bank account, maybe you want to go for your master's in maybe another 2 years' time. What you can do with that money is to put it in a low-risk investment opportunity. We're going to be talking about such opportunities as we go on in this class. Number three is that to build financial security. Investing, ensures financial discipline. Some of us today have been working for the last 3, 4, 5 years, but we don't have anything to show for it because we don't invest. We consume all of the money that we earn. So when you begin investing, you're going to have financial security, so that in a case where you lose your job, you're not thrown into abject poverty, or you start begging your family and friends to send you money to pay your bills. Think about what happened to Heritage Bank recently, right? Heritage Bank, CBN seized their license. What happened to the employees? They were sacked. Is it going to be very easy for them to get a job immediately? No. Some of them are going to be without a job for maybe 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. One question I always ask people that work 8 to 5 is, if, for example, your company shuts down today, or your employer asks you to leave, maybe because you're not performing as they expect, how long will it take you before you start begging people for money? How long can you survive before you start calling your brothers and sisters to send you money to survive? How long will it take you before you start begging people to send you money to pay your children's school fees? How long will it take you before you start asking people to give you money to pay your rent? These are the questions you ask yourself. And this is why you need to invest, so that in case anything happens, you have backing. You don't go about crying that you are finished. I always tell people that if I lose my 8 to 5 today, not many people know I have an 8 to 5. You think I just work on Facebook because I always talk there. If I lose my 8 to 5 today, I can survive for the next 2 years. 2 years, 2 years, without even doing any business. Minimum 2 years. So one question that I would like you to answer, you may not need to put in the chat box. If you can't put it, fine. If you lose your job today, how long can you survive without having to go into debt, without begging people for money? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? I would like to see it in the chat box if you don't mind. So I understand that, so I know that you guys are following. And that reason why you need to invest is that it helps you attain financial freedom. One thing I tell people is that I want to retire at age 40 from active work. At age 40, I want my money working fully for me. I want to have systems in place, making money for me, where if I want to work, then I work. If I don't want to work, I sleep. Right? I was listening to Telmelu recently. He talked about how he went on a tour around some countries for 6 weeks. How many of us can leave our jobs for 6 weeks? How many of us can leave our businesses for 6 weeks? I would like to see it in the comment section. Yes, if you lose your job today, how long will it take before you start begging? I love the way you put it, apostolic stories. Very important question. If you lose your job today, how long will it take you before you start begging? How long will it take you before you start begging? If you lose your job today, how long will it take you before you start begging? Very important question. If you've never thought of that before, think of it now. See, guys, there is nothing like God forbid bad thing. God forbid bad thing is not an insurance. It's not going to stand for you when you get into such difficulty tomorrow. You don't want to be that man that will say, had I known. Right? You don't want to be that guy that will say, had I known. You want to be that guy that would say that, oh, I foresaw that this is going to happen, and so there's no need to panic. My wife, my children, don't worry, we're fine. For the next 6 months, I have money somewhere that I can bring out to ensure that we continue surviving. So another reason why you should invest, like I said, attain financial freedom, so you can do things wherever you like, whenever you want. You sleep whenever you want, you wake up whenever you want. Again, so I can retire early. The idea that you have to work to 60 and retire is wrong. You don't have to work to 60. You can work to 40 and retire. You can work to 45 and retire. If then you need to work to 60, it will be at your own leisure. So that one day, if your boss is frustrating your life, you just send in your resignation letter and walk out of the office. Yes. And go and build your own life, maybe build your own business. That idea or that dream, that you've always wanted to pursue, you pursue it. It is possible. You don't need to work to 60. And the only way you can achieve that is by investing. Why you need to start investing early? Increase financial discipline. See, many people today are helpless givers. What do I mean? There are individuals that anytime they get called to ask for urgent financial help, they can't say no. They give. Why? Because they're always having money in their bank accounts. When you're always having money in your bank account, you would be tempted to spend the money. I was talking to a relative recently who told me that anytime that she sees money in her account, her hand starts scratching her. Her hand is scratching her to do what? Spend the money. That's why you see them on Instagram. Most of them, that's how they get scammed. They're not swiping on Instagram. They see a bag, they see a hair, they see a shoe, and they don't think about it twice, and they spend the money on it. Impulsive spenders. If you want to defeat impulsive spending, you need to start investing, because by the time you invest that money, there will be no money for you to spend on those foolish things on the internet. So if you want to have financial discipline, you need to pay yourself first. That's something I always say. Every one of us in our Money Lessons community understand what pay yourself first means. You need to take a certain amount of your income immediately you get paid and put it aside for savings or investment. And now, if you already have an emergency fund and you don't need any money for short-term projects, invest. Stop keeping idle money in your bank accounts. That kind of money is what family and friends will call and take away from you. Some of us will spend up to 30-40% of our income on black tax, on family and friends, because we do not invest. When you start investing early, number three is that you have time to recover from losses. This will always tell young people, you are your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, invest in the crypto markets. You have time to wait. If the market is not doing very well this year, next year, there's likelihood that it will do well. Take risk now that you're young. Stop. When I say take risks, I don't mean go and do bet Nigeria or go and do forex. No, take calculated risk where you are sure that even if I don't get the returns today, I'll get the returns in the nearest future because you have time. So the earlier you start investing, the better for your financial future. The idea that you only live once is poverty mentality. See, you don't only live once. You will live till 90. In fact, some of us will live till 100 if care is not taken. So if you waste your youthful years, your 20s and 30s, playing around on Instagram, buying things that you do not need because you cannot come and kill yourself, you end up killing yourself in your later years. See, now that you're young, when you don't have responsibilities, you don't have children's school fees to pay, this is the best time for you to invest, because as you grow older, your responsibilities would increase. Your parents will get older. They're going to be falling sick most often than not. You have to be sending money to them to pay bills. You have children. It's very expensive raising children in this economy right now. So it's never going to become easier for you to invest, even if your income increases tomorrow. So don't think that if you're not going to invest now, you invest tomorrow. That's a lie. If you don't start investing today, there's a great possibility that you will not start investing tomorrow. Yes, if you already earn an income. So investing early gives room for achieving your financial goals. You want to go for MSc, you want to buy a house. Instead of you saving that money where your bank will only give you maybe 7% per annum, when you invest, you could get as high as 20% per annum or maybe 30% depending on the investment instruments. When you start investing early, you give room for compounding effects. Compounding effects is one of the 13th wonder or 14th wonder in this world. How you can invest a certain amount of money monthly over 10 years, that money can become multi-millions of naira. That is how Warren Buffett became a billionaire. It took him time. Some people thought that he became a billionaire overnight. No, it took Warren Buffett about 40 years to accumulate the wealth he has today. So when you start early, the likelihood of you becoming a billionaire or a multi-millionaire is greater. If you don't start now, then it becomes impossible. Maybe you need to go and start a business. Even starting a business, you don't start early, it also becomes a fairy tale. So where can you invest? This is what everybody wants to know now. There are many places to invest in Nigeria and abroad, right? So one thing about investing, like I said earlier, is that you're putting your money somewhere that has the likelihood of it returning back to you with profits. So you're sending your money on an errand. Instead of you keeping the money in your bank account where your bankers will use that money to do business and give you peanuts as profits. You yourself, because you're now smarter than the bankers, you take that money and put it in opportunities like this that are showing on the screen. So number one place where you can invest is called treasury bills. Treasury bills is a low risk investment opportunity. Number two is, we're going to talk about three of them. We're not going to talk about all of them because of time. But just look at the screen from the left to the right. The risk increases from the left to the right. So the one with the lowest risk is number one. The one with the highest risk is number 5. Number 5 is Bitcoin and altcoin. Many people are scared of the crypto market because they don't want to lose their money. But the thing is that they do not understand that the crypto market is a market where people lose and make money. So that's why it is high risk. Anytime you hear there's a possibility of you making a high return on investment in a short period of time, be rest assured there's a high risk. It is not possible for you to have high reward and low risk. That's why a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot. They turn off a beautiful opportunity, say, okay, 50% in 1 year. They not tell you that's low risk, your capital is guaranteed. That is a lie. Any opportunity that guarantees you more than 30% in a year is most likely a scam or a bad investment opportunity. Take this message anywhere. Tell them I said so. That any investment opportunity that guarantees, the word is guarantee, any investment opportunity that guarantees you a return on your capital in 1 year, 30% interest is either a scam or a bad investment opportunity. What do I mean by scam? Scam is that you may no longer get your money back. You might not get your capital to come and tell you stories. What do I mean by bad investments? So somebody's doing business and is taking people's money to do that business. That person that is in that business doesn't understand business, because if he doesn't understand business, he knows that taking money and giving back investors 30% is too high. He can't afford to be profitable. I said it. Tell anybody I said that. Then they come and meet me and I'll explain to them. So when you hear that your capital is guaranteed, run, no, 30%, capital is guaranteed, run. I know some of us, we like to hear that our capital is guaranteed. We don't like to hear there's a possibility of losing our money. So you carry your money and go and do what they call this thing, food storage business. They tell you that you put this money at the end of the year, you get this money. Food storage business. I've said it this year. Many people will lose money in food storage business. Many people. Or you carry your money and go and do balance and carry for keke. You go and buy bike and give to somebody to do balance and carry. You say there is guaranteed gain. They'll be giving you 7,000 every day or 7,000. Guys, those kind of business, in fact, those kind of investments are bad investment opportunities, because there is no guarantee you will get back your capital. Even if you worked year 1 and year 2, in year 3 it may not work. Yes. Example, food storage business. What if when they store the food catch fire? What if all the food they store burns? If it's a balance and carry bike, you bought a bike, when the guy runs away with the bike, what do? Okay, so we have real estate and insurance as well. Now, treasury bills. You know, this is one beautiful investment instrument that many Nigerians don't know about. Anyways, it's for the big boys, ja. So T-bills is a debt instrument issued by the DMO. DMO stands for Debt Management Office of Nigeria. Right? They do this to raise money from the public. They do this to raise money from the retail market. So one thing about treasury bills is that it's low risk. In fact, some people say it is zero risk because the government has never failed. When you invest in treasury bills, it's like you borrowing government. So instead of government going to borrow money from outside of Nigeria, they borrow the money from you and I, right? And they return that money to us with some interest. Last month, the interest on treasury bills for a year is 19%. The month before, it was around, I think 28%, but it's coming down now because inflation rate is coming down. So usually why the government issue treasury bills is to try to manage inflation rates in the economy. You know, basic economics says that when you have lots of money chasing few goods and services in the economy, the prices of those goods go up. So when government issues treasury bill, that is a way of them taking money away from the economy. And what then happens is that less money will now be chasing fewer commodities, and then inflation rate is managed. This is the ideal way of managing inflation, but well, Nigeria is not really an ideal economy, so sometimes it doesn't work. But just know that treasury bills is very low risk. If you want to buy directly from the government, you need to have about 50 million. But there are some investment apps that you can use to buy with as low as 100,000. Yes, I think 100,000, 500,000. Different apps give you opportunity to buy treasury bills or to invest in treasury bills. You can invest either in 91 days opportunity or 182 days or 364. Now, the interest rate varies for each number of days. The interest is calculated per annum. And the beautiful thing about treasury bills is that you get paid your interest upfront. Isn't that beautiful? So you must have seen some people talk about it on Twitter, how you could have maybe 50 million and then invest in treasury bills, and then you can get 10 million and flex with it. Beautiful ideas like that. That's just an example anyways. That's not typical. Okay, so another beautiful opportunity for you to invest here in Nigeria is called bonds. But it's also a debt instrument, right? It can be issued by the government or issued by a corporate organization. In Nigeria, yeah, we have FGN bonds and we also have FGN service bond. The FGN service bond is the one I make noise a lot on Facebook. If you follow me, you must have heard me talk about it now and then. Next week, we're going to be having another offer. You can see on the right hand, yeah, you can see the offer for, I think the last one there was June, the one that is showing there's June 3rd, 2024. This is an old one anyways. The last offer was February. So March, we're going to have another offer. The interest rate that is for this one on the screen here is I think 17% for 2 years and 18% for 3 years. What this means is that you get paid interest 17% every year for 2 years. So for example, you invest 1 million naira, right? You're going to get 170,000 year one, you get 170,000 year two plus your capital back. Now, the good thing about the FGN service bond as well is that this interest does not come to you once a year. The interest comes to you 4 times a year. So they split that. If, for example, it is 1 million invest, that 170,000 interest I mentioned is going to be split into 4. So you're going to be paid 4 times quarterly. So if you invest in January, you get the first one maybe April, then the next one August, and so on. You get paid interest 8 times with your capital. So you could be flexing your interest while you still have your capital that will come back to you in another 2 years. This is very good for people that are high income earners. But you can invest as low as 5,000 naira. Okay, so next month, new offer is going to be coming out, and the period for subscription is usually very short, just 1 week. So you look out for it. If you have a stockbroker, you could contact them to talk about your interest in investing in FGN service bond. The next one we're going to talk about is commercial paper. Now, the commercial paper is similar to bond, but it's mostly issued by corporate organizations. I told you that treasury bills is low risk, 0 risk, is backed by the full faith of the government of Nigeria. The same thing with FGN service bonds. There's never a time they have defaulted, so it's very, very low risk. But commercial paper varies in risk depending on the company that's issuing it. Last week, we had commercial paper issued by Access Bank and Dangote Sugar and 2 other companies. But in my community, I only recommended people to invest in Access Bank and Dangote, and some people are asking me why. The reason is because Access Bank and Dangote Sugar are established companies. They have been around for many years, and the likelihood of them collapsing or crashing anytime soon is slim. So this is why sometimes it's not good to go and invest your money in your friend's business, because they can give you all of the facts that they have today, but they do not have the facts of tomorrow. One government policy can wipe their business out of the market. What are you going to do? So if you have to invest, consider investing in established companies. So commercial paper, it's a short-term, debt instrument. Instead of waiting for 1 year, it's for 6 months or maybe 9 months, depending on the offer. Like on this screen here, you have Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC. You can see the tenure is 180 days. That is 6 months. They have another tenure for 270 days. And the interest there is 22.6515%. It's prorated for 1 year. So instead of you keeping that money in your bank account, if you need it in 6 months' time, you can invest in a commercial paper, and you get your capital and your interest at the end of the tenure. Okay, so it is low to mid risk and it is fixed income. The rate does not fluctuate. Whatever you invest and they tell you that you're going to get at the end of 6 months or 9 months, that is what you're going to get. No stories. No, we're having issue with our bank account. EFCC has put a pause on our account. We're not able to debit, blah, blah, blah. All those stories that those Ponzi schemes tell you. You're not going to get any of those stories here. What you can see here as minimum is 5 million. But there are ways where you can invest lesser. You can invest as low as 1 million. There are some stockbrokers that give opportunity to invest as low as 1 million. This is for big boys. So now, apart from commercial papers, you have mutual funds. Mutual funds, the idea of mutual funds is for people that are not able to invest directly in commercial papers or treasury bills or bonds. A mutual fund is, a basket of multiple instruments. In a mutual fund, you could have bonds, you could have stocks, you could have commercial papers, you could have treasury bills. And so this gives opportunity for, low income earners, or would I say investors that have low capital to invest. So a mutual fund manager, example is United Capital, example is FBNQuest, example is Stanbic IBTC. What they do is that they open an offer for the public to invest in that fund. So they bring the money together and then now decide to go and invest it in multiple assets, and they manage it. So the mutual fund manager manages the risk, although sometimes they transfer that risk to the investor. That is why I put here that it can be low to mid risk. In fact, there are some mutual funds that are high risk, especially if that mutual fund has a high percentage of it going into the stock market. So if you are to invest in any mutual fund, find out from the asset manager, is this low risk, mid risk, or high risk? Because a high risk mutual fund, there's a likelihood that you can lose some part of your capital. Yes, this is what many people don't know. So the good thing about mutual fund is that you can invest as low as 10,000 naira. I think most mutual fund managers in Nigeria, you can invest as low as 10,000 naira. So this is good for everybody. Mutual fund does not have tenure. You can invest now and withdraw your money in 1 week, or maybe even less. Some fund managers won't allow you to withdraw in 2 days' time. So there's no tenure, but the interest rate is prorated for a year. I think the highest interest rate now is the one of Stanbic IBTC, 22% per annum. So you do not need to wait for 1 year. You could get your money out in less than 1 year, but your interest is going to be prorated. If you don't know what prorated is, please use ChatGPT. Okay, stocks and shares. Now, this is second to last one I'm going to be talking about. We have, opportunity to invest in multinationals. And one thing I've come to understand about growing wealth is that at some point in life, we need to take risk. Many people do not like to hear about stocks, don't like to hear about crypto markets because it's high risk. You see, all of the other opportunities I've talked about, they can just help you to grow your money by a little, interest. They are called moderate, conservative to moderate risk investment opportunities. If you want to grow wealth via investing, you must be aggressive to some extent. So you need to have in your investment portfolio assets that are volatile, because volatile assets are the assets that have the opportunity to return interest, high interest to you in a very short time. Short time, 5 years. I don't mean short time, 2 months. It can be less than 5 years. Now, if you check on the left, on the right hand of this screen, you can see NVIDIA. You can see the return on investment on NVIDIA from 2020 to now is 1,705%. There is no way that you can have that kind of return in treasury bills or in commercial paper or in mutual fund. There's no way. So if you really want to grow your wealth via investing, as long as you're in your early 20s and maybe 30s, you need to take on some risk. You need to get into the stock market. So a stock is a representation of a fraction of ownership of a company. The likes of $1, if you pay attention to local news, you must have heard $1 and Tolumenu having some tussle in 2023. They're trying to take ownership of Transcorp Power. Or the Transcorp Power or Transcorp Hotel, I can't remember. So you can become a shareholder of companies like NVIDIA, MTN, Zenith Bank, Apple, Microsoft, Google. Some of us will use iPhone 16, but we don't have an Apple share. We use iPhone 14, 15, we don't have an Apple share. You are contributing to the growth of Apple stock, but you do not own any stake in it. I don't own an iPhone, but the amount of shares that I have in Apple can buy at least 3 iPhones today. If I sell my shares in Apple today, I want to buy 3 iPhones, it will. So when people are going crazy about iPhones, I'm happy. Why? Because the share price of Apple is going to go up. So when you buy a stock, you become a shareholder. A shareholder, apart from you benefiting from the growth in the price of the share, you can also earn dividend. Now, what is dividend? Sometimes some companies, they make profits in a year. Instead of them using all those profits to invest back in the business, they share some of those profits to investors as dividend. So every quarter, Apple pays me dividend. Every quarter. That is cash flow. I'm not selling my Apple shares, but I'm earning from it. So what determines the movement, in the price of a share? Demand and supply. If the company, is growing, if they are making more sales, if their revenue is increasing, if they're making more profit, shareholders are going to be happy, they'll buy more. As more shareholders are buying more shares, price is going up. That's how we make money in the stock market. So people say, stock market, it's Ponzi scheme, it's scam. No, you don't understand. You need to come for a stock beginners class. I can't teach you all about stock markets here, but this is one place where you can grow your wealth. And the beautiful thing about the stock market, especially the US stock market, is that over time, it has helped not just to beat inflation, but to grow wealth on a sustainable basis. I prefer the US stock market over the Nigerian stock market. The US stock market is very much predictable than the Nigerian stock market. Nigerian stock market is I don't understand. Sometimes it's unpredictable. So, but this year, I'm telling people that this year is the year of the Naira. So one of the reasons why I usually tell people to invest in the US stock market in 2024 and earlier was because Naira was on a devaluation spree. Now, Naira is no longer devaluing like before. In fact, Naira now is increasing in value. What that means now is that this is the time where you need to consider investing in Naira instruments. All of the other instruments I showed you earlier, the Naira instruments, treasury bills, bonds, mutual funds, stocks. We have the Nigerian stock market where you can buy shares like MTN, Zenith, Dangote Sugar, Dangote Cement, and lots of companies that you can make money there. All that I've mentioned are just typical. I'm not telling you to go and buy any of them. First, say I'm not going to say you should go and buy. Those are just typical stocks I'm just mentioning for information basis. Okay? So every investor has a risk profile. No two investors can invest the same way. So before you jump into investing, ensure you know your investor profile. I always tell people, if you are above 45 years, you do not have business investing in the stock market, you do not have business investing in the crypto market, it's too late. Use your money to fund your children's education. Use your money to invest maybe commercial papers or treasury bills. Stay away from the stock market, stay away from the crypto market, because if you are an 8 to 5 person, you just have 15 years to retire. If you invest and the market goes down, you may not have time to wait to get your money back. Or maybe if you won't lose the money entirely, what do you do when you just have a few years to work? So those of us that are very young, right, we have more years ahead of us to make money. So even if we lose the money today, we can make more money tomorrow. That's why I'm not scared of investing in the crypto markets. Yes. So what is your investment objective? Your investment objective, is it for capital preservation or capital growth or increased growth? You need to determine that. If you want increased growth, that means you cannot be investing in bonds or commercial papers. Those ones are just capital preservation or a little bit of capital growth. If you want increased growth, like you want a high return on your investment, then you need to consider the stock market, the real estate market, or what is called the crypto markets. So no two investors have the same knowledge. No two investors have the same income. The higher the income you earn, the more aggressive you should be, because if you lose 500,000 today, if you earn 1.5 million every month, you make, that's fine. That's no money. But if you earn 200K every month and you lose 500K, you could fall into depression. So no two people should invest the same way. Let's say this thing. You can't invest the way I invest. If you earn 200K, you can't invest the way I invest. I can afford to lose 2 million naira now and I'll sleep very well. So you need to ascertain your risk threshold. How much can I afford to lose before you invest in that opportunity? Don't start saying, My God, you tell me I'm going to invest in crypto market. Are you willing and ready? Can you afford to see your 1 million naira reduced to 200,000 and wait? Or you panic and sell it? Question for you. How knowledgeable are you about that investment opportunity? How knowledgeable are you? Are you a beginner? Are you an intermediate or advanced? The reason why I'm investing confidently in the crypto market and the stock market is because I have advanced knowledge. So if you don't have advanced knowledge, maybe you will invest only 10% or 2% of your investment portfolio in the crypto market. As you grow in knowledge, then you take more risk, you invest more money. There are different investing strategies, right? There's long-term investing and there is, dollar cost averaging and portfolio diversification. Now, the thing about long-term investing and why I always tell young people to invest in the crypto market is that you have the opportunity to wait. So when you invest consecutively over time, your money would grow. In 2022, Bitcoin was around $25,000. Today, Bitcoin is around $80,000. That is almost 4x. If you had invested a million naira in 2022, today you have about 4 million naira plus. And this is not calculating, the valuation of naira. If you factor in exchange rates, it's going to be over 8 million. So when people are afraid of investing in crypto markets, it's because they're looking at short-term gains. No, you're not supposed to look at short-term gains. You should have a long-term mindset. So if you want to invest in crypto market, you should have 2 to 5 years in mind. If you cannot wait for 2 to 5 years, please stay away from the crypto markets. Stay away, because me, I'm not a crypto trader. I'm a crypto investor. I always tell people, I don't lose. I've never lost. I buy and I wait. It will always return back to my buying price or higher. And there's something I've been telling people since 2021. Anytime Bitcoin price goes down, it goes back up to attain a new all-time high. Every time. The 2021 peak of Bitcoin price was $67,000 or $69,000. Today, the price is around $80,000, maybe $85,000 now. So when you start investing early, especially when you invest in the stock market or when you invest in real estate, you give time for compounding effects. Interest on that asset keeps going up. Look at this typical example. Somebody that started from age 25, in 10 years, investing $5,000 every 10 years, it would have $7,000 by age 65. But somebody that started at age 35, even if he invests that same 5,000 over 30 years, by the time the person is at age 65, he will not have accrued up to 612,000. So the earlier you start investing, the better for you. So long-term strategy wins all the time, especially in the volatile markets. When people are panicking, because you know that you have a long-term mindset, you have a long-term horizon, you have a long-term plan for this money, you don't panic. I don't panic when the crypto market is falling. I just smile. I mean, if I have money, I buy more. Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. So when people are running away from the market, that's when you should be buying. Another strategy is what's called dollar cost averaging. So if you're investing in stock market and you're investing in the crypto market, don't take all of your money and put it on the market at once. If you have $1 million today to invest in the stock market, what you could do is to divide that money into maybe 5. I could say that every week I'll be investing a certain amount of money. If you can't do every week, maybe you can do every 2 weeks. Don't take all of that 1 million and just invest at once. No. The reason is because the price of a stock goes up and down. If you buy once, you miss the opportunity to buy when the price goes down. You see, I already said that the price of the stock goes up and down. So we know, we that make money in the stock market, we know that the stock price can be up today and be down tomorrow. But we're not bothered. We know that it is the upward and downward movement in the price of these assets that makes it profitable over time. So what we do is to see how we can buy more when it's low, so that when the price goes up, we sell. And the beautiful thing about the stock market and crypto market is that you only lose when you sell. Yes, Only when you sell, you lose. So as long as you're buying at a low price and selling higher than you bought, you will always make profits. So do not go about investing lump sum like you do for real estate or you do for commercial papers and bonds. No, invest in a systematical approach. Divide that capital into 4 or 10. Invest it small, 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 so that you can take advantage of market dips if they happen. Another strategy is portfolio diversification. Now, this is what makes me different from many, investors out there or financial coaches. Many financial coaches, they talk about real estate. That's the only thing they know. They know nothing else. Some of them have tried to learn about stocks, but they still never sabi am. I'm one of the few that understands all of the things you're seeing here. I understand the real estate market. I have investment in the real estate market. I have properties in multiple cities in the country. So sometimes when I talk about real estate, the way I talk about it on Facebook, some realtors are not happy. I just smile. Some of you have more real estate properties than you. I have properties in Port Harcourt, in Asaba, in Uyo, in Lagos. So my portfolio is as diversified as you can see it here on the screen. I have crypto, I have stocks, I have mutual funds, I have real estate, I have bonds, I have commercial papers. Why? Because there's a time when the crypto market is going to be bearish. At that point in time, I cannot sell. So I will ignore the crypto portfolio. I will look at my stock market. If it's green, I'm happy. If I need some money, maybe to meet some short-term project, I can sell some of the stocks and attend to it. If the stock market is not doing well as well, I look at my mutual funds. I look at my real estate portfolio. I can, sell. And good thing about having a diversified portfolio is that some of the assets you have, they are liquid, meaning you can sell them anytime you like. Like crypto and stocks, they are very liquid. You can sell anytime you like. You don't need to start carrying it on your head like real estate. You want to sell now, you start carrying land on your head. You buy my land. You go to Gigi, pull land. 1 week, sell. You reduce price. You will be calling for distress sale. You will not be able to sell the land when you need it, when you need the money. I've bought distress sales land a couple of times in the last 2 years. People that needed money, but they couldn't sell to buy the land. I bought the land at half the price. So why you should have a diversified portfolio is so that you can reduce risks. Some people, they only invest in the crypto market. That is an error. You cannot have only the crypto market as your investment portfolio. That is very risky. You should have assets in, multiple investment. You may not be able to start with all of this at the same time, right? You could start with maybe 2 or 3, or maybe just start with 1. I did not build my crypto portfolio or my investment portfolio with all of these assets in 1 day, in 1 year. No, it took me time. I didn't have all of this in 1 year. So systematically, you can say year 1, year 2, I will do bonds and maybe crypto. Year 3, year 4, I'll do real estate and maybe commercial papers. Systematically like that. If you're making profit from volatile assets, you can take some profits and buy assets that are less risky, like what I do. Sometimes I take money out of the crypto market and buy land. Why? Land, is less volatile. But the thing about real estate in Nigeria is that it's low risk, but if you don't buy the property or the land from a reputable company, and if you're lucky, government has interest in that property, you lose it. So sometimes I don't see real estate as low risk because there's a lot of intricacies around it. Okay, so this is the last slide, right? So what every investor needs to know: invest your idle cash. Stop leaving money in your bank account. Your village people will collect it from you. Remember the 50-30-20 rule. What does that mean? 50% for your essentials, 30% for investment and savings, 20% for wants. There should never be a time that you receive your salary and you do not invest part of that income. That's an error. Number 3, know your risk profile. No 2 investors have the same risk profile. Don't because your friend is investing in the crypto market, you to go follow. You know what your friend does see over the years? He knows how to navigate the crypto market. Do you know how to navigate the crypto market? That is making profit does not mean you also make profit. So Don't follow people, don't follow the crowd. Follow knowledge. Make sure you understand what you are investing in before you invest in it. Number four, diversify your investment. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. It's even written scripturally. It says, spread your bread upon the waters, but you don't know the one will come back to you. Some people are against diversification because they say, how can you just be scattering your money everywhere? That you should focus on one aspect, master one aspect. Well, that can work for a realtor. You can master real estate because you're a realtor, or for a real estate consultant, or for a real estate company. They can decide to do only real estate because that's what they do every day. But you that have an 8 to 5, you may not have the time to master the real estate like them. So you can't afford to be putting all your money in land and in properties. That is not smart. Number five, keep on investing. Never stop investing. Keep on investing, right? Number six, avoid get rich quick schemes. The crypto market can make you a lot of money in a short time, but the crypto market is not a get rich quick scheme opportunity. Of course, there's some opportunities in the crypto market to make money quickly, like trading, airdrops, futures trading, day trading. All of those opportunities, I don't recommend them. The only thing I recommend in the crypto market is investing. Buy a certain crypto asset and wait for it to increase in price and sell, so that you do not spend time in the market. If you want to go through other means of making money in crypto market, your emotions are going to be invested in it, and that is why a lot of people lose money, because they are emotionally invested in markets. So the right way to go about investing is to invest such that you do not have sleepless nights, because the idea of investing is that your money is making money for you whilst you're not working. So if your investment is not making you to work, it's not making you to have sleepless nights, making you to be worried, it's not an investment, as a business. Right. So remember, investing is a marathon and not a sprint. It's not the day you start investing that you start making money from that investment opportunity. I hope I've been able to make sense to you guys this evening. All right, so this is the end, and thank you so much for listening. I may be able to take some questions if there are.
Good evening, everybody. That was a beautiful session. Please, do we have any questions? Before we ask our questions, sir, me, I just want to say that if I lose 2 million this night, I will not sleep. I will not sleep. I will not sleep. I don't know how you will do it over me. No, 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 no. There are levels to this thing. Hmm. I remember when I tried investing sometime, that should be in 2021. There was this scheme that came up. Everybody tried making me like do it, but someone very close to me finally convinced me. I carried on my money, even the money of I think my classmates then, and I invested in this stuff. 1 week it crashed. I almost died. In 1 week it crashed. Money, my classmates money, like it's not even as if it was only my money. My classmates, my friends, I put everything, like it was just God that saved me from depression. But it's well, we are growing. We are growing. Okay, we have a question here. How do I invest? How do I invest in the crypto
How do I
market as a
invest?
beginner? In the crypto
Okay,
market as a beginner.
okay. So what I usually recommend for people that want to go into the crypto market is to look for a mentor, somebody that has track record of investing successfully in the crypto markets. That may be me, that can be anybody else. Now, what you need to get from that person is either you attend his crypto class. If he has a free one, good for you. If he doesn't have a free one, pay for the class. Number two is course. Some people have it. I used to have a course, but I've not updated it, so I'm not selling it again. But there's some persons that have their course is everlasting. They keep on selling it, and you can go through it. Now, number three is the hard way, because I can tell you for a fact, nobody taught me crypto. I learned it the hard way. So if you want to learn the hard way, go to YouTube. There are a lot of resources there. You can learn from scratch on YouTube. Just go and write, first of all, what is Bitcoin? Read that one. What's cryptocurrency? Listen to that one. How do I invest in crypto markets as a Nigerian in Nigeria? Watch that video. Just spend maybe 1 week watching all of the videos. Depending on the questions you can ask, you go through all of that, and then you know how to invest. No, you not spend any money, but that's the hard way. And following that part, God help you make mistake. You learn from it, like we learned when we started our own way. So that's what I can say about that. Yeah, I promise. I'm done. Okay, so promise is
Sorry, my network got really crazy. But I think that's the last of the questions for tonight. Can we hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So I know that I have learned the definition of investing, why I should invest to achieve my financial goals, attain financial freedom, retire early and comfortably. Very key and important. Why I need to start investing early to reduce financial pressure, increase financial discipline, time to recover. There's something you said. You said savers are losers. I do not
Yes.
quite get that part
Do you know why savers are
because I know
losers?
there are, okay,
Okay, yeah, I know that you would tell me now
please
that there are some
enlighten
saving.
me. I would like.
Yeah, I know that that statement is not very, very um, good in our days now, because we have the likes of piggy vests, the likes of rice vest and co that give people opportunity to save money, and they give them interest as high as 17% and so on. But the thing is that piggy vest is investing that money. That's what some people don't know. That the interest you're getting from saving piggy vests is because they invested the money in some of these opportunities I told you about. So piggy vest invest in bonds, in treasury bills, in commercial papers, and even the stocks. Maybe that's why they're able to give you as high as that. But when you leave your money in your commercial bank, right, First Bank, Zenith Bank, that is when I can boldly tell you that savers are losers. So you put money in your bank account, your banker uses that money to make money. They give, business owners that money at an interest, give them loan at an interest. They return that money and they give you peanuts. The highest I think any bank returns now for interest is I think 7% or 7.5%. So this is the reason why I say savers are losers. I think Promise Network is bad, or is it mine? Okay, so any question before Promise comes back? Any other question? If you're interested in stocks, you could follow me on Facebook. If you're interested in crypto, follow me on Facebook, Ogochukwu Okolocha. I'm going to be having an investment series this month. I'll go deep into all of these opportunities I've shared. And then it's going to be a stock class and a crypto class in April and May. So I may decide to teach for free. Depends sometimes, depending on my mood. I could host free classes to teach people about stocks and crypto or any of these investment opportunities. So follow me on Facebook so you get to know about these opportunities when they are available. Promise, are you back? Are you there? I hope you guys got value. Hope you're happy. Did I meet your expectations? I'd like to see your comments. The those of us that see on live, if you got value, you could type in the chat box that I got value. If I wasted your time, you could just type there, this man, you wasted my time. You're just talking shit all throughout. All right, guys. So I think that Promise is not able to come back. Okay, my Facebook is Ogochukwu Okolocha, my full name. Ogochukwu Okolocha is my full name. Yeah.
My network is really, really terrible tonight, and I am sincerely sorry for all the break in transmission.
All right, welcome back. I think it's a nationwide thing. Network is crazy everywhere in the country.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. In the absence of more questions and to avoid the plenty network interruption, I am sincerely grateful for tonight and for giving us financial sense and investment secrets. I have learned a whole lot and I have jotted down a whole lot. I am super sure that our viewers were also able to learn and take home a few things that they could add to their lives and to their financial growth. Thank you so much, sir, again. We are grateful to have you on behalf of the 10X Business Conference Team Africa. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me. See you guys in the future.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being present tonight. I am super, super excited, and I am sure that we all received that financial sense from the finance evangelist, Sir Ogochukwu Okolocha. That was a beautiful session. I have taken note of a lot of things, what should I should invest in and what I should not invest in. And I am super sure we all learned things too. So see you same time next week. We would be getting something super intense and beautiful for you on the 10X Pre Conference Conversations. Good night, everybody.